Hello, this is Daniel with Ambiance Realty, and today I'm going to be going over how to correctly display the information about brokerage services in the Texas Real Estate Commission Consumer Protection Notice on your website and on your Facebook page. So we actually have a couple of required places that we need to put this document, and I'm going to go over exactly how to do each of them. So I'm in here in ZipForm Plus, zipformplus.com, and if you are missing any of the websites that I am running on here, then I have it all posted here in the sidebar, and I'll also be able to post any extra information. That way you don't miss it. So I'm going to go into ZipForm Plus. I created a new transaction. I'm going to put in the Consumer Protection Notice. And I'm going to go in, I'm going to select all, and I'm going to look under TREC forms, the Consumer Protection Notice, and I'm also going to put the information about brokerage services. And that is also TREC form, and we're just going to put in the information about brokerage services. The Consumer Protection Notice is pretty standard. You don't need to change anything in it, but I will go over how to change the information about brokerage services. So this is the Consumer Protection Notice, and as you can see, it's pretty standard. So we're going to go over and switch over to the information about brokerage services. And in the information about brokerage services, no field can be left unfilled. So we need to fill in all this information. The first three fields will be filled in with Ambiance Realty's information, and the last one with your information. So I'm going to go ahead and put in Ambiance Realty Inc. as the brokerage, 0560394, and info at ambiance.re, 855-801-6874. And you can feel free to slow down this video later or pause it once I'm finished and use it to copy down into your own zip forms. And then you put in your own information down here. I'm just going to put in generalized sample information. And I'm going to put in that information right here on the side so that you can refer to that in the future. And here we go. I'm going to go ahead and save each of these forms as a PDF. So I'm going to go and save the Consumer Protection Notice. And I may have to cover the other information. And I'm going to go ahead and save it as a single PDF onto my computer. And it's going to download. And then, as you can see here, it's downloaded. And then I'm going to go ahead and save a single PDF of the information about brokerage services. So I'm going to save it here onto my computer. And then, once we've downloaded those two, we can go ahead and close out ZipForm and move over to Google Drive. So you do need a Google account to access Google Drive, but for as long as you have Google account, you do get 15 gigabytes of free storage for as long as you have it. And it never gets deleted or anything like that. That's why I recommend Google Drive. You can also use Dropbox or something similar. So I'm going to go ahead and upload the two files I just downloaded onto the Google Drive account. And then this one is our information about brokerage services. So I'm going to rename it, that way we know what it is. And this one is the consumer protection notice. And now that we have both of these files inside, what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to create a shareable link for each of them. So if we use each of these links, so I can go and I could do the same thing for information about brokerage services, but if we take one of these links, then we can, as the public, they can go in and they'll have a link that they can view it without logging into Google or anything like that. And that was just by pressing this button. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put this up on our example agent website. And every agent with Ambiance Realty gets one of these, which is why I'm putting this up here. And also, this is the website that's put up on your business cards. So this is my Highland Park Luxury Living website. I made it in about 2 hours, and I also walk you through the process of doing this in one of our other webinars. But what I want to do, what I want to accomplish is I want to have this legal tab here with these two forms in here. That way we're compliant with TREC. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to go into myrealestateplatform.com. And I've already logged in, but if you need the login information, you can contact the Ambiance office staff and we can give it over to you. And I'm going to go into my website, Highland Park Luxury Living, and I'm going to go into menu. And here is my menu already. I'm going to have to expand a bit here. But I have all of our information here, but what I want to do is I want to go ahead and add another tab. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to put in a custom URL. And I'm actually going to make 3 of these. So the first one I'm going to call legal. And I'm going to put in the link for either the consumer protection notice or the information about brokerage services. It doesn't matter which one. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in the consumer protection notice, but there's very specific terminology that we have to use, which is, this is quite a mouthful, but it is the Texas Real Estate Commission Consumer Protection Notice. And we're going to put in that link we have for the consumer protection notice. And then we also have to put in the Texas Real Estate information about brokerage services. And I can add these two to the right. That way you guys have access to it. So those are the 2 link titles that you have to use. And I'm going to put in our second link for the info about brokerage services. And then I'm going to make these smaller. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this over legal. That way it shows up as a drop-down instead of on the menu. And I'm going to press save. Okay, and if we go back to our live website, we can see that we've added exactly, we have our consumer protection notice and we have our info about brokerage services, and here it is, and here's the other one, and now I also want to be able to add it onto our Facebook page. The exact guidelines are that you have to put this on every one of your business websites. So your business websites with Ambiance Realty will be this website, the main Ambiance Realty website, which we cover for you. And then also any social media accounts that you may use. This includes a Facebook business page. So this is Ambiance Realty's business page. And I already went in and added it, but I'm going to go ahead and add it again. That way you guys can see exactly how to do it. So I'm going to put in that exact verbiage again. So I'm going to put in the Texas Real Estate Commission Consumer Protection Notice. And I'm going to put in the link, and I'm going to put in the Texas Real Estate Commission information about brokerage services, and I will also put in the link. So I go back into Google Drive, and here's the info about brokerage services, and then here's our consumer protection notice, and I prefer to have these two turned off, and then we just go ahead and press publish. And then once we press publish, it will look sort of like this. And then we want to have the option of having it show up at the very top very prominently, exactly as Trek wants it to be. So what we do is we go in and we set the post to pin to the top. And how you would do that is you click on the little caret at the top right of the post that you have, and you press pin to top. And that places the post at the very top of your Facebook page, no matter how many posts you add afterwards. And that's exactly how you set that up. Now, if you wanted to add that to your personal Facebook, what you could actually do, since there's no pin function, there's no way to pin at the top, then what you can actually do is edit your contact and basic info and add it in as one of your websites. And that's if you use your personal Facebook to promote yourself as a realtor. If you do, then you just go into your contact and basic info under About, you edit it, and you add in those two links. So I hope I was able to successfully show you how to do it. If you have any questions, my email address is daniel@ambiance.re. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. And if you missed anything, feel free to rewind, feel free to rewatch, and let me know if I missed something or if you have any questions.